And he was in the French army in the mid-1800s, which had him then fighting in the Crimean War, 1855. He was in Syria during the sectarian violence of 1860 and 1861. He saw service in Algeria from 1864 to 1866. And finally, he was a regimental commander during the outbreak of the Franco-Prussian War, where he served as the commander for 33 days of his regiment from 15 July 1870 until 18 August 1870, when he was severely wounded by shrapnel and eventually died of those wounds. So there's something that I really like about this guy, Ardant Picq, and that is that he likes what I like. He is interested in what I am interested in, and that is primarily human nature. People. And human beings and how they act under stress and under fear and in the face of death. And then, more important, how do you lead in those situations? And he recognized that war, while just like today, it certainly involves tactics and strategy and technology and politics, but war at its core is about people. Men. Human beings. And therefore, the general and the captain and the sergeant and the lieutenant, in order for them to master war, they first have to master their understanding of human nature. And that is what he looked at. And that is what we will look at tonight. And obviously, when you look at human nature in the context of war, it does not change when you put it in the context of life, the rest of life. Now, as we know, combat is like life, but amplified and intensified. So when you see the emotions and the human nature in war, it's much clearer, it's much easier to see than it is off the battlefield in regular life, in the business world. But when you know the undercurrents, it makes you that much better of a leader. And Picq, like many other great military leaders, especially ones that I seem to like, he was a little bit of a rebel. Spoke his mind. Kind of like Hackworth, kind of like Patton. He called it out when he saw things going wrong. He called it out when he saw slack. Slack that would lead to poorly trained and therefore poorly prepared troops.